Well, time now for your money. More retirees than ever are heading back to work, not because they have to, but often because they want to. With longer lifespans, rising costs, and a desire to stay active, retirement today looks a whole lot different than our parents did, right?
True story.
I'm joined now by Colin Evans with Evans Financial Group talking about retirement. Retirement is not like the Oldsmobile commercial, remember that? It's not our grandparents' retirement.
It's really not.
What is it for us today?
You know, the fun thing about it is, I had a conversation with my dad, which is he's in the financial services still to this day. And it's, as we're talking about, how he raised me and me raising my kid, I was like, it's entirely two different worlds. And so is the structure on retirement, today and then. And we're seeing so many go back to work, but it's not really for the fact of we're going back to work for the income.
Right.
We're going back to the work for, might be purpose.
Yeah.
It could be, connection.
Yeah.
Connection's a big one because that's, that kind of center of life and just the really revolving around that purpose and that meaning.
Yeah.
That's giving us a little bit of that, and it's not going in with the isolation, and that can really be a kind of a detriment when we go into that retirement time frame.
Colin, one of the things that I'm telling my kids now, you have to make sure you are financially set for retirement, because then retirement's a whole lot of fun. And
It
you
is.
work if you want to, right?
Correct.
How do we do that, though?
Wanting to and having to are two totally
Yes, sir.
different things. And it's like, do you want to be the Walmart greeter or do you have to?
Oh my gosh, you sound like my tax preparer like 20 years ago. He says, Brenda, do you want to travel or do you want to continue to have to work?
And the beauty of it is this is the flexibility that you have in retirement time. It's that, I get to do things on my terms and on, when I say so, because I become, those that are entrepreneurs, they would kind of get the opportunity to be their own boss. Do I want to be, with my charity? Do I want to work in my church further? Do I want to garden further? Is it grandkids time? Is this vacation travel time? I'm the travel time. That's I'm going to do that anyways. But as we're walking into that and that financial flexibility, that's truly the blessing for having that in the retirement, to be able to and having that want to. It's not uncommon. We have several clients in this retirement time. That go into consulting jobs. That is a really big thing. It's like, hey, I worked in, maybe I worked for SWEPCO for 30 years, or I worked, for our gas company, and so that now is Delta Utilities. That's seeing that and walking into that, I go, I don't want to quit. I want something to do.
So you've got that retirement money coming in, and you've got that extra money coming in. I'm one who does not like surprises. What are some of the surprise costs that retirees find? And we only have about 30 seconds.
You got to really think. This is something that you want to double check, make sure, is this going to affect any Social Security that I'm taking? Is going to affect any of the Medicare premiums that I'm paying? Because this possibly can. Is this going to affect any taxes that I am paying? Is this going to alter any of my tax brackets on the income that I'm receiving from working, as well as retirement income? Those are things that's really key, just to visit with a financial advisor and just put that and let them know that, because they can structure that retirement strategy around that and add that into your flavor of retirement.
Thank you so much. My sons are just entering the workforce, and I'm telling them, start saving your money now, because you will be retiring one day. So get ready for it now.
It's the power of time. The
It
power
is.
of time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having us.
Here's a look at your forecast.